Washington football team released former first-round draft pick Dwayne Haskins today. They felt like they were better off without him after he struggled on the field, struggled off the field. Now he gets a fresh start, which he's hoping turns into a new opportunity that he can resurrect his career by. But clearly, Washington going a different direction. Optimistic Alex Smith will start Sunday night against the Philadelphia Eagles. As for Jared Goff, he is visiting today with noted hand specialist Dr. Stephen Shipp, and he's doing that in Los Angeles, and he's trying to get an opinion on whether or not to have surgery, how long he would miss, what his situation is. But Dr. Stephen Shin is examining Jared Goff in L.A. today. Dr. Shin is the same one who examined Drew Brees last year. And Kyler Murray is dealing with a lower leg injury, in the words of Cliff Kingsbury, and they will see how he feels before making a decision about whether or not he can play. So the Cardinals potentially could be without Kyler Murray. The Rams potentially could be without Jared Goff in a game that could help determine the NFC playoff picture, Field.
Oh, man, all sorts of Week 17 storylines shaping up, Shefty, and we haven't even officially turned the page to Week 17. There are still 3 teams alive for the #1 seed in the NFC. The Packers can clinch it with a win or a Seahawks loss. The Seahawks and the Saints both need to win, plus some help. The Seahawks had a 20-9 victory against the Rams, which helped them clinch the NFC West on Sunday, their first division title since 2016 and the 5th since Pete Carroll arrived in 2010. And for the first time in his career, Seahawks safety Jamal Adams is headed to the postseason, and let's just say he's a little hyped.
For everybody out there, they got to start putting respect on this defense's name, because this defense is playing lights out. And to me, we're the best defense in the league. And you can quote that, you can do what you want to do with it. But at the end of the day, I believe in these guys. I believe in this coaching staff and what we bring to the table day in, day out. I know how hard we work, so we're just going to continue to get better because we haven't even played our best football yet, and that's the scary part.
All right, Mina, noted Seahawks enthusiast. Do you agree with Jamal Adams' quote that you could put that defense on top? Oh, as she breaks out the mug.
What a nerd.
Wow, sipping some tea.
I'm sorry, just needed a sip of my tea because I happened to be watching on Thursday when one Dan Orlovsky basically guaranteed a Rams victory in my absence.
Ooh.
Look,
I can confirm.
Here's what I loved about this performance from Seattle and why Jamal is right. First half of the season, Seahawks defense didn't have a plan. They were missing guys, and this is before they traded for Dunlap, but basically the plan was blitz Jamal Adams and pray. And sometimes it worked. Most of the time, it didn't. What you saw yesterday against that Rams offense was a plan. They knew, we all know what the Rams want to do with the play-action passing game, booting Goff out. Every time he rolled out, they had an edge defender, whether it was KJ Wright or Carlos Dunlap on the line, containing him. They were covered up at the short and intermediate levels. He had nowhere to go. He had the lowest yardage total he's had off of play action all season. That was a complete performance from the defense at every level. And going forward, this looks like a balanced football team. I'm not going to say they're dominant. Obviously, the offense has struggled here and there, and the defense still isn't perfect. But finally, they look complete.
You know, y'all, there was a trade that the New York Jets made to the Seattle Seahawks. He's a guy that we just saw in that tie-dye sweater. I don't know if that's tie-dye, but it looked nice.
Close enough.
Anyway, Prez, as his name is, Jamal Adams on social media, changes the entire dynamic of this defense. And this is why you give up first-round picks for guys like this, because he creates opportunities for other people to make plays. Him being back in this defense, and we saw it show up this game, but we saw it show up the first game of the year against Atlanta as well. Not only the blitzing, it's really, really similar. And Ryan Clark gonna kill me for saying this, but I played against the dude, saw him across the field a bunch of times in Troy Polamalu. Now, Troy found the ball more than Jamal does when it comes to interceptions. But I remember offensive coordinators. I remember our offensive coordinator, Sean Payton and Jason Garrett, saying, we have no idea where he's gonna be, and we gotta try to account for him every single play. And that is so hard for protection at your offensive line spot. It's so hard for your quarterback to determine where his windows are. He just creates a lot of havoc and a lot of opportunity for those guys that's playing defense alongside of him in Seattle.
Well, they seem to be hitting their stride defensively, but Dan, offensively, Are they hitting their stride as well or no?
I mean, can we stop talking about defense?
I know,
on this
5
show
minutes, and you're
and
starting to lose your
start
mind
talking?
over here.
Here's the thing that I was impressed with. A lot of times when it comes to Seattle, we're like talking about Russell Wilson, and their success is often tied to like Russell Wilson being a superhero, and you hear the phrase plays or players over plays when it comes to football. I think Seattle puts this game away with a play over a player.
Yeah.
It's the 3rd and 5, and I want everyone to pay attention to the bottom of the screen down here in the combination of Swain and Hollister, right? They put Hollister on the outside, and Russell Wilson's looking over like, all right, what is the defense going to do? Who's going to go over there? Now look at Hollister. Watch. You're going to see Hollister start to communicate. Look at him. He's talking like, Russ, this is man. This guy's actually going to come out and cover me in man-to-man, okay? And so you're going to see Russell Wilson understand like, all right, come in your short little motion. And we want to get this little pick route that pops you open, 3rd and 5, game winner, all right? But it doesn't just happen. This is so well done by Hollister, and I want everyone to see exactly what happens. Now, first of all, you see the press at the bottom, right? Freddie Swain's getting pressed. You as the slot receiver, Hollister, you better know that that guy is getting pressed. Now, your job as the receiver, knowing that this safety has him in man-to-man coverage, and you're going to get hands on you at the line of scrimmage, you got to run. You got to bust your butt to get him picked. You got to get to his shoulder and pick him. Now, Hollister, I told you, pay attention. Your job. You can't just go right now. This guy's going to get pushed at the line of scrimmage. You got to be patient, okay? So he's got to be patient off the line of scrimmage. And you can't make your move too early. You got to wait till you guys both get on the same level of the defense. Look, the patience and now, they're both on the same level. Look, they're both equal here. This defender has absolutely no shot. You, Freddie Swain, get to your landmark of the outside shoulder and get that pick to allow Hollister to come out underneath. This defender has to trail you underneath. You win. The rep has been run. Freddie Swain pops his buddy open, and it's touchdown Seattle. So often we go like, man, Russell Wilson scrambled around and made a great play and big play. That's all good. But the play helped the players succeed yesterday. Credit Mina.
All right, so some offensive and defensive balance in Seattle. We now welcome you into Domino's pregame headquarters, and we are back once again with Adam Schefter and Adam Cam Newton.